The Department of Social Welfare says it has embarked on a drive to close down unauthorized orphanages operating in the country. This is to ensure that orphanages or shelters for children meet the guidelines for operating children's homes as established in 2004. In an interview with GBC 24, the director of the Department of Social Welfare said his outfit is on a policy drive to reduce the number of orphanages operating in the country.
Death, they say, is inevitable, and when one loses one or both parents under the age of 18, the orphanage becomes a second home. The operation of orphanages in the country falls under the Department of Social Welfare under Act 560/1998. Currently, there are some 150 orphanages operating in the country. Of this number, only 95 have been licensed. There have been reports of malnutrition, insanitary conditions and maltreatment of children living in some orphanages. Last week, some orphanages in the central region were closed down for lack of transparency and the diversion of funds. Speaking to GBC 24, the Director of Social Welfare, Mr. Gbiawu Daniel Nuna, said, in the interim, there is a freeze on registration of orphanages.
Some people took orphanages to be a business. It's like they will advertise and then tell people that their children are suffering and they are orphans, and they will open the orphanage and be doing their own things. But we've realized that this is what some of them have done. So what we tried to do was to check who are those children in the orphanages. You go there and you realize that they even went to the communities and started harvesting them. They will go and tell the parent, oh, this home we are going to cater for the child, and the child will go to school, get a bed to sleep on. They are poor people, so this is what they tell them.
He said there is a roadmap to further reduce the 95 licensed orphanages.
We have licensed just some few of them for now, but we will be scrutinizing, going to the homes again to find out exactly how many can be licensed. If you can't be licensed, then we'll close you down. That's what I'm saying. We have the roadmap to close them down in 5 years' time.
He added that the closure is in the interest of the children and the caretakers, as some of them have budgetary constraints.
We went to an orphanage which was not existing. The children have all been sent back home. But when they heard that we were coming, quickly they called the children to come. But when we saw the situation, we realized, no, it's as if they wanted us to know that there were children there. But we checked and realized that there were no children. So most of the times, people can go and pick children and tell you that they have an orphanage.
Mr. Nuna said, as part of the roadmap, all licensed orphanages would undergo intensive training in child care and rights, as well as nutrition. This is to ensure that the country's orphanages adhere to international standards for the establishment of orphanages.